Cancer, this zodiac sign, whoever's born under the zodiac sign, they genuinely don't want to fight. They genuinely don't want to argue. It's the last thing they want. And you know why? Because without you knowing, the Cancer won't tell you. You can have an altercation with the Cancer, but the one who walks away with it energetically is the Cancer. And the way it affects the Cancer's head, it's it produces neurotoxins, the way it replays and replays, and it can cripple the Cancer. This is why a lot of Cancers, the one thing, if I was like your friend Cancer, I would literally always give you a head massage as a gift. I'll say, yeah, yeah, sister, yeah, brother, go get yourself a head massage. Go let them get in there by the cerebellum, because loosening this area where you experience so much, because the first impulse is to dissect, analyze, which is the cautious nature that protects the sensitive energy. We gotta give time for this to also relax. And unfortunately, when you're born, the doctor doesn't go and tell you and your, or not you, but at least your mom and your dad, whoever flipping gave birth to you, they don't tell those people, hey, listen here, this is a Cancer. So just in general, nah, they're not like other people. You're gonna have to tread very differently here. The way you talk to a Cancer, you must be very careful, because all of it goes to the head. Anything, the way they hear, head. The way they talk, head. How they are spoken to goes to the head. And then it processes down here. If this processes whatever you're saying as a neurotoxin, as a you don't make me feel safe, if I'm dumbing it down, it runs down to the rest of the chakras, or affects the rest of the chakras, and starts creating cognitive dissonance. For those who don't know what that is, go research it. You start creating cognitive dissonance between the head and the stomach. This is why some of you do this thing where you, like, unconsciously, I guess, intermittent fast. You just don't have appetite, or you eat like later. Yeah, you're not eating just at any point. Sometimes you leave eating for late. Sometimes you can go without eating, and that's a sign of how your stomach is not connected to the brain, and the brain, or the mental, the cognitive, the pineal, and the receiving, the crown chakra, that's getting more attention than the rest of the cousins here at the bottom. And it's not cousins, it's also your siblings. Your stomach is a sibling, it's the mother, if anything. And you can't really be a sensitive without having your stomach in place. So this is also why a lot of people who are cancers, especially the women, once they hit 35, there's issues with the stomach. Sensitive to dairy, or sensitive to certain things. Your microbiome is going to be very sensitive to certain foods. You know you must eat better, but you know you can't let go of that cheese, or let go of that dairy, or let go of that sweet. um, and then ulcers develop. You start having kidney issues, liver issues, etc., etc. The skin is going to be affected as well. The hair quality is going to be affected. And all of this has everything to do with how you process information or trauma, and how you then learn about how you need to go through a certain unique procedure, and how you need to nurture that process, so that you don't go through this I live through my head, and as a matter of fact, the things in my stomach comes later. There must be synergy in the mind and in the stomach. And if you can lead with your intuition, even better. Let the mental come later, and let the intuition lead first. But that is hard for a Cancer person, because yeah, they process here just automatically. So just kind of keep that in mind if you're watching this not knowing this about a Cancer person. I feel like if you are Cancer, send this to everyone you know, because I've just flippin' dissected the shit out of you. Like someone cutting thin slices with a sharp Swiss knife. This is the kind of things the Cancers want to articulate to you, but they can't maybe articulate it, or they overcompensate in how they articulate it, because they don't know enough. And guess what area in the body rules the idea of enough? Speak enough, do enough, feel enough. The stomach. If you have cognitive dissonance between the mind and the stomach, then of course you're gonna have issues. Of course you're gonna silently have gone through depression and no one knows besides you and now me. Come on, Cancers. You a Cancer. You my water sign. Don't act like we don't know each other and I know you. Don't even be shocked that I know the detail I know. You must wake up and start realizing this is most the intuitive world we live in. The things that we watch, the things that we feel is real. So if you are wondering how I know, you must first wonder why you even know that I know, so that there's an awareness that something must be done about the knowing. We can't just be happy, happy here by the theory. We must also do practical work now, Cancer, but I know you don't like listening to anyone. But goodness gracious, if I've done this accurately, nah, and maybe at least 2% of this relates to you, then there's some kind of avenue that we can work with, at least there by the 2%. So yeah, man, don't be shocked. Just feel like you are in awareness and someone is aware of you in a very deep way. And yeah, you're not alone, man. You guys like isolating yourself, but I'm Pisces. You're not alone.